Okay, perfect. So, guys, yesterday we had a discussion about the what is calculated field, what exactly use case of the a calculated field functions, correct? Yeah, it is a small function which can be used for data manipulations. What is mean by data manipulations means any type of data validations or formats, okay, or any type of data calculations. Generally, we can call it as a data manipulations. Okay, perfect. So this is the use case, guys. Okay, what cases we are going to use the calculated field? I think this is one of the good example for your understand. Okay, yeah. Let's move on to the calculated field types, guys. So calculated fields are three different types. Okay, so calculated fields are three different types. Okay, public, private, and global. Okay, so how you will identify the a public calculated field and how you will identify the private and how you will identify the global, we'll see. Very simple. Okay, if you created a calculated field using a create calculated field task. Okay, so if you are creating the calculated field using a create calculated field task, we can call it as a public calculated field. We can call it as a public calculated field. Okay, guys. Yeah. Coming to private, if you created a calculated field using create calculated field for report task, we can call it as a private. Very simple. If you create the calculated field using create calculated field task, it's public. If you create the calculated field using create calculated field for report task, we can call it as private. We can call it as private. Okay. Then what is the difference between the public and private? Very simple. The public calculated field, we can access more than one report within the same business object. We can access a public calculated field, we can access more than one report within the same business object. Okay, perfect. So coming to private calculated field, we can access only one report within the same business object. Within the same business object. That's the difference between public and private. We'll see global later, don't worry, okay? We'll see global later. Let's talk about the public and private. Okay? Yes. If you create the public calculated field, we can access more than one report within the same business object. But when it comes to the private, we can access only one report within the same business object. Okay? Let's see. So can I create the custom reports? Create custom reports my task name. RR underscore 128 underscore CF underscore version 1. Okay. Advanced report. Let's take the all active and terminated workers only. Okay. I just created one report. Okay. That's a version 1 report. CF version 1. I used some basic fields and I'm able to run the report and see the data. Let's go to one more report. Let's go to one more report. Just go to one more duplicate session. I'm creating the one more report, guys. Just copy this version one, create custom report. Can I take the report number two, version number two, advanced report? Take the same data source. It's okay. All active and terminated workers. Okay. Okay, guys. I just selected couple of details. Okay, and report number two I created. Correct. Report number two I created. This is the report number one, and this is the report number two. I'm going to create the report number three as well. Okay. Create custom report, version number three. Let's take the all dependents. Okay. Let's take the all dependents. The dependent relationship. Okay. Just add some details, whatever you comfortable. Okay. Okay. I just added the some details, and the report number three you created for dependent. Okay, guys. Perfect. So you created three reports. One report for all active and terminated workers data source. The second report also I used the all active and terminated workers data source. And third report I created for a dependent data source. Okay. I go to a duplicate session. Go to the a duplicate session. Now let's talk about the three different types of calculated field. First we will go to two, right? Public and private. Let's go to two calculated fields first, public and private. So, if you are creating the calculated field using the create calculated field task, we can call it as a public calculated field. Okay. So, can I use this task create the, okay. Yeah, go to create calculated field task. Okay. You click on this task, see, right? This is the task for creating the public calculated field. Okay. If you are creating n number of calculated field using the a create calculated field task, we can call it as a public calculated fields. Okay. See, when you are creating the public calculated field, the calculated field name must be required. Correct? I'm just typing RR underscore 128 underscore CF. CF stands for calculated field. Maybe you are creating the public one, right? Just for name also I just mentioned public. Okay. Which business object you are creating this calculated field, the business object name is must be required. Which one you are creating, maybe worker. All active is the data source. Worker is the business object, correct? Worker. maybe what functions you can see there are 32 different functions we have. Can I take one text constant, whatever you want? Can I take the date constant? Okay, let's take the date constant. We can see date time and June. Okay, go to time only. Oh, sorry, date only. I'm looking for a 1st of January 2022. 1st of January 2022. That's it. You successfully created the you successfully created a public calculated field. Okay. So what function you used? Date constant. Using the date constant, you can take any particular date, hard coded date. You can take the value. Okay. You can take any hard coded date as a field, and these hard coded date you can display the output. Okay. The functionality of hard coded date constant, you can take any particular hard coded date value, and these value you can able to call the report and see this date as an output column. Okay. Yeah, this is my public. Okay. Now this is my public calculated field I created. Okay. Now let's create the private one. What is the private one? So create calculated field for report. Create calculated field for report, guys. Just copy this and then go to one more duplicate session and let's give a try in the search box. Okay. Are you able to get this in the direct search? No. This task is not available direct option. This task is not available direct option. Okay. Public you can call directly, but private, see, this task is not available direct. Okay. Then where you can call that? There are three different ways you can call, guys. Go to any of the report, which report level you want to create that private. Go to that report option, edit this custom report, edit the custom report, go to plus button anywhere you want, where you want to add the plus button. In the drop down, do you see that option? Create calculated field for report. See, it means the private calculated field, it is not possible to create the direct task. The private calculated field always create under report level. It will always create under report level. See, without report, it is not possible to create this task. But when it comes to be public, do you see any report option is available? See now, do you see any report option is available? Only three fields are there. But here you can see four fields. You understand the difference? Yeah, it means this particular private calculated field should be restricted under report level. Should be restricted under report level. And whatever the report you restricted, only this report level, this calculated field accessible. That's the main difference between public and the private. You can see the difference. See, na? When you are creating the calculated field, it is restricted by the specific report. But when you are creating the private, I don't see any report restrictions here. Correct or not? Perfect. So it means this calculated field you could access only this report. That's the specialty of our restrictions of the private. But here I don't see any report restrictions. You can add a multiple reports. That's the difference between public and private. Okay. See, this is one possible option for creating the private calculated field. What you are doing? Go to a plus button on the new field add section. In the drop down, you can see create calculated field for report task. This is one possible option for creating the private calculated field. Okay, I'm going to delete this one. We have another two options, guys. We have another two options. Go to report action. Go to calculated field for report option. Is there correct? There you have an option for create calculated field. So this is my a second possible option for creating the private calculated field. Okay. The third one is same create calculated field for report. Go to report actions, create calculated field for report, correct? And go to maintain section. Here you can see any private calculated fields created so far. You can see all in one place. If not, you want to create a new one, click the new one. See? Okay. RR underscore 128 underscore CF underscore private. I'm creating it worker business object level. Okay. Can I use the date constant only? 0101 2023. Okay. That's it. See, you created the private calculated field at report level, correct? Have you used it anywhere? Have you used it? No, right?
No,
Have
sir.
you used anywhere? No. You
No,
just
sir.
created, that's it. Even the public one also you created. Have you used anywhere?
No, sir.
No. So that's what you created this calculated field, but you did not use it anywhere. This calculated field also available for delete option as well. See now? It is allow for edit. It is also allow for delete option. What about here? Do you see this calculated field is available for delete option also? Public also is available for delete. Correct, Anna? Yeah. Let's go to the report number 1. So can I call my public and private calculated fields? In the report number 1, just go to edit the report. See, can I call the public one?
Sir.
There are multiple ways you can call. Just copy and paste it. Just copy this and paste it here. Or else, go to drop down. Do you see calculated field for reports? Private one you can select in the list. Okay. Similarly for public, this one, right? Just copy this, paste it here directly. Or else, in the drop down, maybe you have to manually type and get the value. You can select it. So private and public, both the calculated field you selected in your report output. Correct or not? Click on OK. Now I am able to run the report and see the result. So private calculated field and then public calculated field. Both you added in the report. Correct or not? Now this calculated field is available for delete option now? No. Because this has been used some references, right? It won't allow to delete because this calculated field has some dependency. This has been used in some report. Now this calculated field will not allow for delete. If you want to delete, please remove the field from the report and later it is available for delete option. Okay. Similarly, earlier this was available for delete option. Just click on the refresh. Click the refresh. Do you see this calculated field is available for delete option now? No. Why? Because, yeah, this has some reference. See now? Go to private where it was used, the report number 1 it used. That is why this calculated field not allow for delete option. Okay. If you want to delete this one, please remove the report level and later come here and delete this calculated. Be careful the logics. Okay. Perfect. So, this is the A public and private calculated field you created and you access the report number. Let's go to report number 2. Let's go to the report number 2. Can I access the report number to my private calculated field? Click the plus button. Okay, copy this calculated field. Can I access the private calculated field by report number 2? No. No, right? Alright. Are we
No,
able
sir.
to access private one in report number 2? No.
No, sir.
Why? Because this private calculated field should be restricted for only the report number 1. It means this calculated field should access only this report version 1. And this is not possible to use version number 2. What about the public? What about the public, guys?
We can access.
See, we can access the public. Perfect. Yes, we can access the public, but we can't access the private. See, now you are able to run the report and see the public data, right? Public calculated field. That's what I mentioned very clearly. What is the primary difference between public and private? See, public calculated field, we can access, we can access public calculated field, we can access more than one report. Okay. Okay. So public calculated fields, we can access more than one report within the same business object. Okay. And private calculated field, we can access only one report within the same business object. Okay. So you created good examples. The version one you can access public and private because private should be created under version. When it comes to the version 2, we can't access the public one because it's created version 1 level. It is not possible to access version 2, but public I can able to access. Correct? Let's go to version number 3. Correct? In version number 3 report, can I access my public calculated field?
Yes, sir.
Public, okay? So can I access?
Yes, sir. No, no, sir.
Okay. Why?
Because that is not the same business object.
That's what the definition you people understand. Okay? Within the same business object, you understand the logic? Yeah. So it's a different business object. So it's not possible to access the public one because it should be accessible under same business object. Okay? So that's the differentiations you people may need to understand it. Okay? Perfect guys. The last one is global. The last one is global guys. The last one is global. This is also same as public, but only one difference. When you are creating the calculated field using the create calculated field task and business object should be under global, we can call it as a global business object. And this can be accessible under any report or any business object. That's the specialty of a global calculated fields. Okay? See now, when you are creating the public calculated field. See, create calculated field. For example, RR underscore 128 underscore CF underscore global. If you are selecting the momentum of global, then this will be treated as a global calculated field. Okay? If you selected a global business object using the public calculated field, we can treat it as a global. Okay? It's 1 minute, guys. Yes, 1 minute. Okay, sorry, guys. Okay, see, you created this calculated field under global business object. We can call it as a global calculated field. Okay, what is the specialty of this global calculated field? You can access any report anywhere. See, go to custom report and edit version number 1. Yes, we are able to access the global one. Correct or not? It's a different business object you created, but you are accessing under one. Correct or not? Yeah, you can run the report and see the result. Global. Similarly, in report number 2 also we can access global calculated field directly. See, in report number 2 also we can able to access the a global calculated field. Correct? Let's go to report number 3. In report number 3, also we can access global or not.
Yes, sir, we can access.
That's what the global calculated field we can access anywhere, any report. Okay, guys? Perfect. So that's the complete, the differences between public, private, and global. So very, very simple. That's why I created the reports in front of you. Correct or not? I created the calculated field. Also, I am trying to access this calculated field in each report and see how the behavior comes in Workday. Correct or not? Perfect. See, if you created a calculated field using a create calculated field task, okay, we can call it as a public. If you created the calculated field using create calculated field for report task, we can call it as a private. So what is the difference between the public and private? The public calculated field we can access more than one report within the same business object. But when it comes to be private, we can access only one business object, okay, within the same business object. Coming to the global, it's a separate specialty of this. If you are creating the calculated field using the create calculated field task, but business object should be a global, we can call it as a global business object. The global business object calculated global calculated field we can access any report anywhere in the world. Okay, perfect. Okay, guys. Yeah, this is the task name. We can see the list of all calculated fields which are available in Workday for a specific business object. Okay, you go to the task name all calculated fields, all calculated fields. But this should not give you all business object calculated. So this all calculated fields should available for the list of all calculated fields which are available for specific business object. Okay. For example, you are looking for worker business object. You want to see report specific. Report specific is nothing but private. Private. Yes, I want to include both. Just click on OK. Now you can see the list of all calculated fields created as a worker business object. Okay, guys, it's running nice. I can see 9,931 calculated fields created so far because it's a test environment, right? People are keep continuously creating. Now you can see your calculated field what we created just now RR underscore 128 underscore DF public and private. These two we created just now, correct? See, the source you can see public, the field source should be calculated. The private one source must be calculated report specific. Correct or not? If you are creating the calculated field only for the report specific, we can call it as a private. If you are creating the calculated field directly, it is not the report specific. Correct or not? You can use multiple public. That's what see. The source itself you can identify easily which one is public and which one is a private. Okay, guys. You can see this calculated field is a calculated. It means public one. You can see where it was used, which reports it was used. Correct or not? You can see private one. The source you can identify easily. It's a report specific. Correct or not? Where you can see where we used it, we can see that information. Okay. I think this report will help you to see the list of all calculated fields which are presented for specific business object level. Okay. Perfect, guys. Yeah. So there is a common question, guys. So this is one of the most common interview questions nowadays. One of your team member created the a calculated fields by mistakenly as a private one. However, we want to utilize the same calculated fields in different report also. Okay. One of your team member created the one of your team member created the private calculated as a mistakenly. Now we would like to utilize the same calculated fields into a different report also. Okay. Is it possible to convert the private calculated fields to public? Okay. If yes, can you please tell me the process how you are converting that private to public? Similarly, the vice versa. Okay. We by mistakenly created calculated field as a public. Okay. However, we want to restrict this calculated field logics to only for a report specific, and we don't want to use this in separate reports. In such cases, how you are converting the public to private or private to public? Answer is yes, it is possible, guys. Answer is yes, it is possible. Okay, convert calculated field. Okay, convert calculated field. Convert calculated field. You see the difference, the definition. You understand the definition. See, converting calculated field. It's loading. So convert calculated field is nothing but public. So convert calculated. You are converting the public one. Correct or not? Yes or no? So converting a system-wide calculated field to a report specific. Correct or not? Yes or no? The definition itself, you
Yes, sir.
understand the task name. Convert calculated field. Public one you are converting. See now that's what you are telling the description. Yes, converting a system wide is nothing but public into a report specific means private. There is a one more task is available. Convert calculated field for report. See now the task name itself you understand. Calculated field for report. This is the task for your private one, right? Now you are converting the private to public. That's it. See, calculated field means public. So convert public, convert private. See na? Convert a report specific calculated field into a system wide means public. Yes or no? The task name itself you identify the definitions. Okay? That's what I mentioned. Convert calculated field. This task will help us to convert the public to private calculated field. And convert calculated field for report task will help us to converting the private calculated fields into a public. You can see. You want to try, you can try. Okay. So private one you can convert anytime to public, no issues. But when you are converting the public to private, be careful. In case that public calculated field are used in multiple reports, is it possible to convert that public to private? No, right? What is behavior of private? It should be respected only one report. You created the calculated field as a public, but you already used it in multiple reports. The system can't understand. You are not going to report specify means it should be only for one report, but you are using it in multiple reports. It's not possible in that case. If any public one created and that one used only one report, then it is possible to convert it public to private. Okay, but coming to private to public, anytime you can convert because it's a private. Now you are converting to public anytime it is available. Okay, perfect, perfect, guys, excellent. So this is the a complete basic foundations of calculated fields before going to the subject. Okay, what is calculated fields? What is the use case of the calculated fields? How many types of calculated fields we have? Public and private and global. And how you are creating the public one, how you are creating the private one, how you are creating the global one, and where we are using this public and private and global, and what are the limitations of these public, private, and global, and where we can see the calculated fields in report. Okay, involved in all calculated fields. And similarly, sometimes we will convert it public to private or private to public. It depends on the requirement we are going to convert it. So how you are going to do that? So this is the complete picture. Okay, and we will see tomorrow. Okay, the actual calculated field functions one by one. I will explain you all the functions one by one, and I will also explain you where exactly the use case we are using in the real time also, so that you will get 100% clarity on the calculated field areas. Okay, perfect. So guys, tomorrow we will take the session at 7 to 8, guys. Okay, so please adjust. Okay, morning 7 to 8 we'll take the session. Okay, I have some other meetings at 9 o'clock. Okay, so I will also update the same details in the group. Okay, so just wait for, I think this week I will close the calculated fields, and then integrations will start. Integrations, I think we don't have any problem. Whatever time you people are comfortable, we'll continue. Whatever time you prefer. Okay. Okay, chalo. Thank you, guys. We will catch up tomorrow 7 early morning. Okay. Please make it available, guys.